off tonight's game first, and then we'll move straight on to the Fulham preview. Richard?
A goal. That's the most simple answer. And to score a goal against a team that's defending so well in and around their box. There are a few ways to unlock it. That is, for some teams in this league, or for a lot of teams in this league, it's a set piece. We were close with Virgil. We got 8. Unfortunately, we didn't score. Another way of unlocking it is something we saw last week against Wolves, when Jeremy Frimpong had his moment of magic, a quick 1v1 where he brought the ball in. And I think he had a few of those moments today as well. If you look at the more bigger picture, so you forget the 1v1s, I think I said to them at halftime, we can bring more bodies in the box than we in moments did in the first half when we did cross. It would have been nice if there were more bodies in their box from us, not from them, but from us. But a lot of ball possession. I think we're the team that has the most ball possession this year in the league. But ball possession, it means not a lot if you cannot create enough chances. And to create chances against the low block, you need pace, individual special moments to create an overload. You don't see a lot of 15 to 20 passes, goals against low blocks. And another way, of course, unlocking is from a counter-attack or winning the ball back high up the pitch when they want to bring the ball out from the back. But I don't think, if I simply look at the second half, I think their goalkeeper almost kicked every ball long. So yeah, then when you win it, there are 11 players in front of you. And everyone, including me, wants us to go forward as fast as possible. But when there are 11 players standing in front of you, in and around their box, it's not so easy to find players who are free, close enough to the goal. And that's why it was another time, not for the first time this season. We saw a team that tried, kept trying, but was hard for us to find an opening. No, because he stayed on his feet. And when he would have fallen down, it would have probably be a penalty, but I can understand why he doesn't go down, because this season so many times when we were fouled inside the 18-yard box, we didn't get a penalty. So maybe as a result of that, players from us think, yeah, let's then try to stay on our feet, because we've conceded a few where there was hardly any contact. Brentford away, Crystal Palace in the Charity Shield. I can go on and on and on with soft penalties we've conceded this season. But when fouls were being made on us, Brentford away, Cody Gakpo, referees say play on. So maybe as a result of that, our players try to do everything to stay on their feet. And yeah, then it's hard for a VAR to interfere or a referee to give a penalty if you stay on your feet.
Joshi?
You were gesturing to the referee, that gesture.
Yeah.
So, what you say with that? What was your...
I saw in the second half multiple times players who, what I would call being smart. If a referee every time blows his whistle, if you feel something or you get a little push and you dive and the referee gives every time a foul for that, yeah. Maybe it's smart then to constantly foul, and you're hoping that referees are recognizing these situations. You're hoping that if we do everything to stay on our feet, if we go to the floor then, that they feel like, this might be a foul then, because these players usually stay on their feet. But the opposite is actually happening, and that's frustrating for me to see, because I think 5-6 free kicks in their 18-yard box when players. There was once a player that was on the floor, was his body. So yeah, we play on, because even if we have 4 stitches on our head against Man United for a head injury, the referee says play on, play on, play on. We conceded, but now he didn't know how fast he had to give that free kick. So if you then don't get the result you want, that adds up to frustrations I have in that regard. But it's not the reason that we didn't win, let that be clear. But it's the reason why I am sometimes a bit frustrated on the touchline.
Um,
And do you then continue to encourage the players to stay on their feet, or do you think it's a case of them kind of being more smart? What's the solution?
Yeah, no, we keep doing the same things because I don't believe in the fact that over a season you get what you deserve. So sometimes things go against you, sometimes things go in favor of you. I don't believe in that, but in a long term, over 2, 3, 4 seasons, then I believe in it. Then things will be sometimes a few times good for you. I think I'm not wrong if I say we only had 1 penalty this season for the team that has most ball possession and is attacking so much in and around the box of the other team. It's quite surprising, maybe. But I will not encourage them to do that because, and if I would tell you now that I'm starting to encourage that, then probably we will never get a penalty anymore. So no, we are just who we are. We won the league by the team we were last season. And of course, there will be probably 1 or 2 moments. I can remember one when Milos Kerkers went to the floor, Burnley away, when he didn't get fouled. So yes, you can find 1 or 2 moments when we go to the floor when there was not a foul. But I watch a lot of football and I see this happening so many times. But we stayed on our feet. Where we against West Ham, when Paqueta tried to do everything to get a second yellow card, one of my players tried to help him out, not getting that one. Do we ever get the reward for that? I think asking the question is answering it as well.
Let's move on to the Fulham preview. Odeon embargo until 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Vin?
Arne, obviously it's midway through the season now. I just wonder how you assess exactly where you're at the moment, or what realistically you feel you can still achieve this season.
That's a question I didn't expect. So one more time. Ask it one more time.
Yeah, how do you assess where you're at as a group at the moment, and realistically what you feel you can still achieve in this campaign now? Because we are at the midway point now.
Yeah, realistically, I think there are 2 teams. By the way, with Villa being really close to them, but because Arsenal won against Villa, they created a bit of a gap towards Villa as well. Realistically, those 2 teams are quite far away from us, and we should not look at that at those 2 at this moment of time. We've had our struggles throughout. We started really well in terms of results. Games were really close. Then we had a phase of the season where games were still very close, but we were constantly unlucky. Now I think we've been 7 or 8 games in a row unbeaten. But if you say this, you feel like, wow, they are flying through the league. But that's not what we are doing. It's every single game we play. It's hard work. It's 2 teams quite close to each other. We are mainly the team that's probably better than the other team, but not enough. We're constantly within this 20% difference. And if you are inside this 20% difference, then going to the floor or not means a lot for the results. And I will keep pushing, and the players will keep pushing to get to a situation where we are more than that 20%. We can make the difference bigger, and then hopefully we are finding a moment where we can fly through the season. But for the first 19 games, it has been a constant battle, close to each other, sometimes a bit lucky, sometimes a bit unlucky season.
So I mean, you feel that, I mean, we look at the results and we'll feel that you are picking up momentum in terms of league position, but do you feel you're not picking up that kind of momentum? I mean, even the game against Leeds, it's your first 0-0 in 84 games here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a nice thing to hear, but I think it's clear and obvious that we hardly concede chances anymore at this moment of time against the opponents we had in the last 7 or 8 games. But for me, it's also clear and obvious that we find it quite hard to generate enough chances for all the ball possession we have. And that's not new for us this season. And what the players try to do is they just keep on trying. They bring the ball towards the wingers. They make inside runs and play and move, and they do all the kind of things. But yeah, sometimes you need a bit of magic to unlock a game or a set piece. And if that then happens, then all of a sudden everything looks much nicer. But that is not our season till now.
Well, then do you expect
I expect a different game against Fulham because their manager, and when we played them and what I've seen from them, they are and they play a home game, so I think they will try to attack a lot and want to have the ball a lot. At least that's how I know their manager. So it probably will be a much more open game. So then we have to show in games like that. That's a good Fulham team. They're a draw tonight against Palace. So yeah, I expect a different game, but yeah, let's see. I don't expect 5 defenders, but I didn't expect